These are 100 million-year-old shell pieces, and I'm gonna see if I can find two beautiful crystal shell pieces and fit them into those rings. So let's go and do that.
Yeah, welcome. So I grabbed some shells. See, I've got some shells. They're really thin. And I thought I'd grab a couple of rings and let's see if we can get firstly solids or make a doublet to make beautiful rings. And I'm going to go for cushion cuts because I love cushion cuts. And it's not, we don't make enough cushion cuts in Opal. I think they look modern, they look spectacular. I like cutting them. And so I want to do that. And also, before I go, I want to tell you, look at this. My girlfriend did this t-shirt. It's not her business. This says Warrior of Light. Do you like it? Light blue. It's my favorite color for you guys. And it's got a cool design. And I've been wearing it. Everybody's been commenting on it. And she's just made it for fun. And actually, I'll get her to come in with the girls' version. Yeah.
Jess, where are you? Where are you, Jess? Oh, you're in your meditation. I need to show the t-shirts.
Oh,
Are you wearing one?
hey.
Oh, look, that's Jess. And
Hi, everyone.
aka Bleacy, because she's just Bleacy. That's what we call her, because she spends all her time just giving light to people. This is what she is. She's the ultimate warrior of light. So show us the t-shirts. Look, and look how many different things are here. And crystals. She has some crystals here. Look, it's awesome. They're not opals. She loves opals, but yeah, anyway. All right. What's on this, Jess?
It's a combination of all the brands under Jaguar, and we wanted to express an energy of community where all the ethnicities and the varied uniqueness of humankind are represented in one image. And with the power of the sun, the energy of the sun and the phoenix, you will notice that the things that come out there that look like flames, they're phoenixes. They're the spirit of the phoenix, which is the representation of rebirth and transformation. And we spend a light transforming, learning and growing, and it's a representation of this beautiful cycle of life. And we're here to help each other, guys. We're here to shine the light and find that thing that we are good at and share and support one another and cheer each other up to share that gift. So that's the message of this t-shirt. Yeah.
So this t-shirt, Warrior of Light, it just reminds me why we're here. And my motivation is to be positive, to create community that's positive, to create light. And as you know, we have plenty of darkness to fight. So I remember the thoughts, the negative things come in, the arguments, the no love lost between people. And this is more like a reminder for the mind to stay positive, to always look at the glass half full and spread the good vibes and create good energy, good community. We all need it. So if you want this t-shirt, I'll put a link in the description. I hope she creates hats too. I want a cap with a Warrior of Light. Yeah, it's cool. All right. Anyway, that's no more on that. Let's go and cut some opals and make some rings.
All right. So you can see these shells are just stunning. Firstly, unique because they're dark, and you might have seen them before on other videos, but the colors are so bright. And the thing with shell pieces, they are pretty thin. So we're gonna have to be creative and create some beautiful pieces and probably back them onto a black opal potch backing to fit them in to those rings and see if we can make somebody very happy with a piece of jewelry. This is sterling silver rings. That's one. That's number 2. One is bigger than the other. And I want to find pieces that are flat as possible, because like this curvy ones, they're not good for the rings, even though, look, that's a beautiful piece, maybe as a pendant, you know, once you clean it up. I want to find something flat that's big enough once we shape it to fit in here. There's a possibility here, but there's a sand through the middle there, so that won't work. Oh, this one could clean up with that, but it's just a little bit thin here. Okay, back to the drawing board. Yeah, I like this bigger piece. Does this have not much color there, but there is a color here and here. I don't know how deep it runs, but that could be quite spectacular, and that's good size. All right, I think maybe this one, and I'll find another. Ooh, that's nice, isn't it? It's not quite the shape I was looking for, but look what's hiding under there. All right, oh, maybe this one. What's in here? Oh, another blue-green. And it's thin and it's bright in there. Oh, I reckon we found our 2 pieces. Hang on, the other ring is bigger. So let's have a look at that. All right. So that is going to be on the smaller one. What? And that is going to be on the bigger one. Okay, let's go and do it. Let's go on the machine and see if we can make this translucent and if they will suit our rings. And if they don't, we have plenty of backups here, as you can see. Plenty of backups. Look at that. Enjoy the bling, enjoy the bling, enjoy the bling. All right, let's go on the machine.
Okay, so this shell, look, you can see I've picked it, but now closer look, you can see underneath that skin the color is on the really half of it, but there is a color on this side, and from underneath, as shell do, looks really bright. So I went on the wheel with it just to have a quick look, and this is what I ended up with. And you can see that's just not suitable for what we do. I'm putting that black opal potch at the back just to have a look, but that sand in the middle will make it too thin, won't fit in our rings. So I'm gonna have to move on and grab another piece of shell, but look at the brightness, it's pretty cool. So this will be used for something. Wow, that's electric, isn't it? But that sand, it be cut in half and make 2 inlays there. All right, so then I grabbed this one and I thought, okay, let's go have a look. This one is the one that I don't know what's under that skin there, on one side of it, because the color bar, I haven't exposed it, and it also has a fair bit of sand. See that little milky gray bit? It's not translucent, so not great for inlay, and I'm not sure there is even any color there. And see that sand spot there as well. I grabbed it because I thought it's a big enough piece, so even if we keep cutting it, we might get just good enough piece for one of the small rings. And I wanted to make, look, I don't know what we're gonna end up making here. I'm just grabbing pieces. We might end up with actually solids, not just inlay. So I'm just gonna keep going until I get something I'm happy with, and this one doesn't seem to be one that is gonna be useful for us. And this is great because it shows you, you buy a bag of inlays or bag of opals, and sometimes the ones you think gonna work out don't work out, and other times, ones that look like dads work out. And this is the part I think most of us cutting opal enjoy, is that little educated gamble. Of course, we want it all work out, but it's part of the game. I think we understand that's how it works. So with this one, a bit disappointing, you know, like it's still gonna make a nice crystal, see? It's just not gonna be big enough for our ring. And this is, I've cut out the rest. You can see there is some inclusions in there, sand. So if I keep going, it's gonna be very, very, very thin. So I grab another piece, I think, because just too much sand. And thin is good for inlay, but look at that. I'll grab 2 more pieces, and this one looks quite thick. So I think it might even make a solid. They might both make solid opals, but especially this one. So it's not like one of my shorts I've cut. I made the ring, and some of you commented, "Oh, maybe I would have kept a solid opal." Well, believe me, I want to keep the solid opals if I can, but sometimes you can't see on the video, especially those shorts that have been popular, the 60-second shorts that I've been posting. You can't see there is sand inclusions, sometimes microscopic, and I want to get it as perfect as possible and get rid of any imperfection as I can, if that's what I set up to do, to get a clean crystal opal or whatever opal, right? So this got quite beautiful color, and it's got that thickness, but that sand is bothering me. But yeah, so to say at least you don't see it. So when I end up in the inlay, it's because I keep going cleaning up the sand, and it just becomes thin. And I don't want to keep. There is some sand bits in the middle there, isn't it? But look at that crystal color; it's pretty nice. I really love the shells, and these dark shells are just a bomb. You've seen my previous videos. I put a link here, me with those dark shells, on another one for those who haven't seen it. But anyway, look at that. Don't you love that 3D color on color? And yeah, there is some sand you can see through, but that's because it's got a skin down the bottom still, right? But we're gonna clean that up. We're gonna clean it all up, and this is looking more and more like a solid opal. And that's what I mean. If I can clean, if I can't get rid of the sand bits in it, then I'll keep going to an inlay and then just back it to a black potch, which I'm running out of actually. I need to get some black potch, nice black potch too, because I love making those things, the doublets. So, all right, this is after me cleaning it up a little bit more, trying to set up a camera. Sometimes yeah, look at that. That's gonna we're gonna shape it up, and it's cleaned up. The sand's cleaned up, and it's got thickness. So, wow, this shell is gonna make a solid cushion cut for one of the rings. And what do you think of those rings? I mean, these settings I got from, I think them two from Blacklighters. Sometimes I just buy random settings. I think they're pretty cool. Very affordable, you know, like pre-made. Obviously, it's not for everybody, like any ring, you know, it's so personalized. Like men's rings, maybe unisex, big, chunky, 10.5, I think one of them is. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, and if I'm going to sell them or not. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not really known for selling jewelry, so on my side it's mostly rough opals or finish opals. Yeah, look at that. So if I can take that skin off, because yeah, so I didn't want to bore you with taking the skin off to make video too long, unnecessary, so I took it off. The reason I took it off is because it shows the sand through it at the bottom, because it's crystal. So now those sand pieces are gone. Okay, I'm trying to get opal out now. Yeah, that's gonna be hard. Let me just do that. But you can see, look at that. Now on the black backing. But you won't need a black backing for this. There will be, what I will use is a black, I use a bit of a black pigment in the glue to darken rather than the translucent glue. So I'm just showing it to you that it looks much better when there's a dark background with that crystal. But it's gonna be a solid opal. I clean the back, clean that sandy bit still off, and put some black pigment, and that's gonna look good. Going back to the rings. Well, actually, first, all right, we'll grab this one, and I like this. It's thin. Look at that blue and red. Did you know that the blue and red are the rarest colors together in opal? It's because they're on the opposite spectrum of when the little spheres form to make the opal, and then the way they form, the blue is the most common, so it reflects when the light hits the blue spheres that are more apart. It shows blue color, and red is the rarest because they're close together, very uniform, and it shows red, and there is just less of it. So to get the two spheres on opposite spectrum to form in one piece of opal is quite rare. So blue and red together, very, very rare combination, and this one's got it, so I thought I'd grab it. It's very thin. That is definitely an inlay, so it's gonna need that black backing. But the color here from the side, wow, look at that gold. If this faces, this will be a spectacular doublet. So, alright, getting back to the rings. Yeah, I probably won't have them on side or sell them. I just either make them as presents, gifts, or if you have any interest in the rings, if you like them, just contact me. You can contact me through the email tom@ozopalstore.com, and or through my website ozopalstore.com, and if you have any interest, you can make me an offer or just talk to me. They're not gonna be hugely expensive. It's not what I'm known for, but I think I do a good job making them, because I use 24-hour glue, not some 5-minute things. I try to get them as perfect as possible. I really care about what I do, what I sell, and make the value for you guys where I can the best possible. And I really believe it. I really believe in what I'm doing. So, look, there's a bit of sand there, but the color, I really want to clean it up. I don't want... Ooh, I don't know if it's going to clean up. Come on, sand. Because, believe me, guys, I am looking at this and it looks much better in my hand. Much better. But that sand in the middle is ruining everything. Ruining everything. But I reckon it doesn't come through. I think it's sand on both sides and the middle is clean. I had a quick look on the side of it. Definitely gonna be, but look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. Still, almost nothing left. Oh, this side looks clean. If you put that black backing, there's a bit of sand. You can see still a little sand spot, and I think that might end up having maybe just a little bit of sand, like microscopic sand, couple of spots, because you can see there's few of them, but I think I'll go on the machine and keep cleaning it up. I reckon that will go. It's gotta go. Alright. And now, what I'm gonna do is make some backing for the rings. So I just wanted to show you quickly that that's another work that goes into it to make the backing, the porch. See, I need big enough porch. I stick this on, glue it on. Again, 24-hour glue, so can't do it in one day. And this is very important, making rings and doublets, to use the proper glue, to take your time, to make, be patient with it. So you're offering something that's finished really, really well and should not, like my friend, be a possibility of losing an opal out of it, like he did. All right, so another thing, we're gonna have to go and polish those things. So firstly, we go on the Nova wheels, the 600, 1200. This is the little blue inlay, which I'm not gonna use for this ring, but I'm gonna use it for something else. See, that whole one side is grey. This is 14,000 wheel, which I like to use on the inlay pieces. It just makes it polished. It's no need most of the time for cerium oxide. However, I double it up anyway, because that's how I do it. I want the polish. So, okay, so now we need the glue. And this is the best glue I've been told by very experienced people to use. I've used it. It's 24-hour glue, and I'm just loving it. And I'm using, so it's 50-50 mix, a little bit of each tube with a bit of black ink. I like to use the black ink sticking, inlay even to the black potch, just to get to pop the color even more. So I'm gonna grab here my kids call it the little torture device. The clamp is really cheap, actually. It's a few dollars. It's no any heavy duty equipment, but they call it a torture chamber. And yeah, just getting some of that black glue on, and it just makes it even more pungent, the color. I just love it. I think, it's those little details, like the black ink is annoying. It can go everywhere, so I use very, very little of it. And because it can go everywhere, it messes everything up. I've got a bit of cardboard there, I suppose. I'm struggling with this piece here. It's so thin. Okay, let's see if we can stick it on. It's obviously not in any shape and form looking like the shape we need, but that's okay. We'll stick it in and just gently press it. And guess what? We'll leave it for 24 hours. And that black is important, like it just makes it another level, another quality of a finished product. Yes, you mess it up. Some people don't want to do it because, they can't be bothered with the black, or they can't be bothered messing up, getting their fingers and then washing it off. Well, I rather make one instead of 10, but make a ring or whatever I'm making properly. So to me, that's what I've learned, and that's what works. So, all right, let's leave this now. And then we go, this is day later, 24 hours later. So this is our solid that it needs to go on the Nova wheels. So we're gonna just do the final shape on that, and that will go into the ring once it's done as a solid opal. So we go on the Nova 600, and I actually, I got a little bit lazy here with the camera. I didn't do the camera from top. I did it from an angle because that's how it was sitting. So you're seeing three wheels at once, something different rather than one wheel in close-up of the opal. But most of you know the drill, and those who are learning new, well, this is Nova wheels for the final shape and making the opal smooth, the 600 grit, the 1200 grit. And there is my secret weapon of the 14,000 on the right there. And we're gonna do it until we're satisfied with the smoothness of the opal. Those edges in the cushion cut are perfect, and it's a very rewarding process. I always touch it for the smoothness. I have very sensitive skin and fingers, so if anything there is not even, I will feel it. So I like to touch the opal from all sides all the time. And yeah, this is what we've got. See how it nicely cleaned up? Wow, I can't believe this was a shell, guys. This was a shell. Doesn't look it. But anyway, and this is after 24 hours. This is what we've got. We've got that piece glued on. Excuse me. There is a bit of black glue mark on top there, but that's okay because we need to polish it and get that sand off still. So, yeah, let's go and do this. Oh, and I had to select the sides of that opal where there was a sand that I know it's gonna come off and it's gonna fit in there. So, all right, without boring you, I went, shaped it, got our cushion cut doublet, and now I'm just gonna use the fingers. I am not gonna avoid the dopstick, by the way. I'd love to, but that's not gonna happen. Again, 600, 1200, but I don't know, I can't show you. And yeah, getting that sand off now because of the thin piece and getting the back off as well, getting it thinner so it fits on the ring, is just doing it on Nova wheels. You don't want to go on the sintered diamonds because it will eat it away very fast, and that color is so potent on it. I wish you could see it. Yeah, so I use my hands as much as possible to get those edges smooth and make sure that black potch is even with the inlay crystal opal. But look at that. There's no way you are affected by sand here. Look at this gold. I mean, tell me. See, you've got to love that. And this is how it fits into the ring. We've got a perfect fit, and this is blinging. Wow. And you know, I'm telling you that in your hand, this is crazy, that opal. So yeah, time for dopstick and the whole shebang goes on the dopstick. We're gonna smooth out those edges. We're gonna polish the top. The rest of the sand should come off. There's almost nothing left there on the Nova wheels. Some cerium oxide, guys, for the newbies. It's a cerium oxide optical grade. The pink is the good color, and we use it on the polishing wheel. There you go. So after the Nova wheels, this is a very rewarding process. I love that. It's just something peaceful about the felt wheel and the cerium oxide and just slowly moving it and making it so smooth. And of course, the job is not done because then we've got to glue the opals and the opal and the doublet to the ring. So there you go. So this one, because it's got the black backing already, we don't need the black glue in there. Just the clear glue. This is just a toothpick, actually. And yeah, this might not look like, very smooth process, but it actually is quite easy and smooth. And you don't want to put too much glue into that ring. And you just want to put enough, because if you put too much, you will squeeze out, come on to the sides, and yeah, you can wipe it and stuff, but it's just, you just want to have enough to stick it in. So you want some substance there, but not anything that's goes already towards the top before you put the opal in. So I think I need a little bit more of the glue here and just spread it to make sure it goes to the corners. Yeah, there you go. And don't worry about getting the glue on top there. It just wipes off a bit of water and just a wet microfiber cloth or something, and it will clean up. So this looks good enough to me to put the opal in now. And yeah, let's stick that thing in. I just need to grab it first, and that because it's polished, right? It's because it's polished, it's getting hard to grab because it's slipping out. So, all right, there you go. We've got, and by the way, these gaps you seeing, the video, because it's so zoomed in, you think these gaps are very big. Once the ring is finished, you won't even see them. It's all good. And now it's just the adjustment, right? Which I'm going to go and do off the camera with my fingers and everything, because I need to have it under the loop. Have a look at the making it all even, that those edges, the bevel edges, to be even on each side. That's very important.
All right, so that's what we've got. Finished product. That's 10.5 men's size ring. Well, it's already unisex these days, so I don't know. But that's a solid opal, and it's this one is 10x8 cushion cut. You can tell it's beautiful. Don't worry about those gaps because the video shows them big, but believe me, when you're wearing it, you can't tell. They're very, very small. Do you think I've done a good job? And let me know in the comments if you like this ring with the solid, beautiful green. It's very, very bright. And I can't say it enough, it looks better in my hand than on the video, but that's what it is. And what do you think of this design? I didn't make the setting, obviously, but do you like it? It's a sterling silver. So let me know in the comments if you like this one or the doublet ring, which is a little bit smaller, not much, 9x8. It's still 10.5 size. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Like, I really can't show you how bright this is. It is so much better in my hand. But which one? The doublet ring or the solid crystal? Both shells, can you believe it? This is what you can do with seashells, opalized seashells. I'm really enjoying making this ring. Did you like the video? Would you like to see me make more of the jewelry? Or maybe some pendants or something different? Maybe something gold. I don't know. I'm thinking creative ideas. All right. And as I said, if you have interest in these rings, contact me. I'm not officially reselling them. I'll keep them, but if somebody really loves it, it will be cheap. Just contact me, let me know what you want to pay for it, and I'm sure we can work something out. But no big deal if you don't, because I don't really mind not selling it. So beautiful. All right. And I'll see you on the next one.